Hello, my name is Anne, and welcome to a Toby Knits Flosstube number 35. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Grab a cup of tea, sit down, get comfy, because it's all about the cross stitch today. Yes. Fridays, I usually talk about quilting, and Mondays, it's all about the knitting. So there's lots to choose from. You don't just have to pick one. You can watch all of them. You can even like and subscribe. That would be fabulous. And tell your mates. Very important. But in the meantime, let's talk about cross stitch. Now, I've been gone for about, well, I haven't posted a cross stitch video for about 2 weeks, I don't think, because I was in Nova Scotia. I went to visit my son and his wife Megan and lovely Leo, my 9-month-old grandson. And hubby and I went. We flew. Oh, what a nightmare flying is these days. But anyway, it was still a nice visit. And of course, while we were there, good old Hurricane Fiona came flying through. So the first 4 days we were there, we had power and everything was lovely. And then the last 4 days we were there, we had no power. So they didn't get a lot of damage done to them. They're just outside Dartmouth in Nova Scotia. And they weren't too badly affected. Some roof tiles missing and stuff like that. But thankfully, I did take some cross stitch with me. And I have this little light thing that goes around my neck. So it was perfect. I could sit there and turn my little battery operated thing on and stitch away. And then he had these like battery packs that we could charge our phones to, etc. But oh, it's weird having no power. Anyway, thankfully we left, and about 3 hours after we left on the Tuesday, they got power back. So anyway, while I was there, I did take 3 cross-stitch items with me, which I will show you. I took the Hands-On Designs costume party, which was a mystery, and which I have now finished. I will show you that now. Oh, look at it. So this one is finished. It is so much fun. It really is. Do I have a board I can put it on to show you better? I did have one in here before, but yes, here's a little one. This will work perfectly. There. How's that? That's better. Isn't it lovely? So this was on a 32 count Belfast linen in natural, I think. And I really like it. I wasn't really sure the brown on the stock shows up that much, but I wasn't about to change it and make them darker. I love the skull and the book. Like, I think that's my favorite part of the whole thing. So anyway, I really enjoyed stitching this a lot. It's the first time I've done a Hands-On Designs piece, and I really did enjoy stitching it because although there was a lot going on, it was so satisfying to spend a couple of hours and like finish the skull and the book in one night. You know, you actually could see yourself moving further with it, or, you know, doing all the letters, the alphabets and stuff. So it came in parts. So I think week 1 we had this pumpkin and this. Then it wasn't week, it was over a few days. Then the next part was this and the tabletop. And then the next part was, I think, all this part up here and the bottom. I think that's how it went. Anyway, obviously it took me longer than 3 days, but I still really love it. And I want to put that as, I think, as a pillow. I've never really done a finishing pillow with any, and I've got 2 I want to make into pillows. And I think that might be one of them, or cushions, whatever you call them. Anyway, so that is my finished object. And that was one I did take with me. And it was, I took that one because it was little, it was easy. I felt accomplished with all the little pieces. And when you were at the airport, it wasn't that hard to get the project bag out, sit it on your lap while you're waiting for hours and stitch. So that I really did enjoy. I also took with me this one. which is a current mystery that's actually just finished off today. They released part 4, and this is with the Fat Quarter Shop, and this is called Christmas Time. And again, it was a mystery, because y'all know how much I love mysteries. So week 1 was this little bit. Week 2 was the gloves and the card. And then week 3 was this gorgeous text. I really, really like this text. And then they just released a new part this morning, because for me, this is Tuesday. It'll be Wednesday for you when you see this. And there's a little, I think it's hollies or something. I can't remember at the bottom. But this is really fun. And this is free. Free, free, free. So you can still go on their website and pick this up now and just stitch the whole design. You don't have to wait each week for the next release. But I really do like this one. I like this a lot, actually, as well. Again, this is another one of those lovely, quick, you got such gratification from finishing off a small area. And yeah, I really liked that one too. So that's nearly finished. I should have that finished for you next week. And the other thing that I took with me was yet another mystery. And I had seen, oh my gosh, I can't even remember who, Tiny Modernist is the designer for this. And I had seen their Halloween one, which I fell in love with. But it was too late for me to start stitching it, because it was like, it was just, I think it was a 3-month mystery, and I think it started back in June or July or something, and it just finished. So, but I loved it. I might actually buy the pattern and do it next year. So they also, and it's a snow globe, and they also had one for Christmas that started last September 1st. And here is the first part of the first clue. So you can see there's going to be a snow globe. And then all of this is all on the other side. So they are identical sides. So it is quite intense. There's a lot to it. Again, but nice small areas. So, you know, you could get a couple of leaves done one evening, get this heart done, or the house. There are a couple of strands that have to go on to hold the heart up and to hold this up, which I have not got to yet. And I think the heart has something, the star there has something in it, but I haven't got to those yet. But I love the colors. And then, so then the next part of the mystery was released on, it's really hard to show this one because it keeps wanting to wiggle away. And this fabric is the same as what I did this one with. I used a piece from the bottom. And this I got at Michael's, actually. And it's a 28 count, I think. 28 count linen. And tea dyed is the name of this one. But, so I still have to finish off the bottom here of the snow globe. And I think it says Merry Christmas. And then the other half. But as I say, release 2 was released on the 1st of October. And I literally can't remember because I don't want to look at it properly. I skimmed the look. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's got a snowman in the corner. I can't remember because I'm just so focused on getting this finished. I'm never going to keep up, obviously, but I don't really care. So this will be my Tuesday night project. So I should be working on this tonight. Love it. So I have made this my Tuesday night until Christmas because obviously I want to finish it for Christmas, right? Right. And then so those are the 3 things I took with me. And while I was there, I took with me, I had finished another mystery project that was back in May with the Fat Quarter Shop, and that was called Summer Home, I think. And I had finished it and took it down to the kids because they had literally just moved into their first, well, not their first home, but a new home to them. They'd lived in a condominium for the last 3 years in Dartmouth, so now they actually have a home. And so I made this for them and took it down, and I fully finished it before I left, and this is what it looks like. And then this is where Megan put it on her wall, which I think looks lovely. And then the other thing I did was, while I was there, I showed her how to pin and finish Leo's birth announcement. Now, I don't know how people do it these days, but back years ago when I first cross-stitched, and I've been cross-stitching since I was 17, a long time, but I did take a little 20-year break when the old eyes started getting all, you know, old. And so what I did, this is a really old one. Look at that. I did that in 1996 for one of my boys. Isn't that cute? I think it was a kit from England. But when I framed, framed my pictures, and I don't put glass on mine, I like them to be just like that so that you can see it and, you know, feel it, touch it. But I would put it on a piece of foam core board, and I would pin all the way down with flathead pins, acid free, whatever they were, all the way down, all the way around, and then just tidy the back over and just put a bit of tape or something to keep it on the back of the board. But that's how I used to do mine, and I would stretch it and pin it. And I don't know how else to do it other than that, or stick a pile of glue. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, so I told her how to do it my way. And got her some foam core board, and got her some pins, and she did it. And here is how it looks with the lovely Leo cross stitch I did a couple of weeks ago. Well, it took me months, but I mean, you know what I mean. I gave it to her a few weeks ago. So there's that. So now that I'm back and I'm back on my schedules, Monday nights I am stitching this, which is a dimensions kit called Peking Puppies, and it's really cute. There's a lot of gray and a lot of black in it. There's hardly any color other than brown for the eyes. I am going to change the color of this dog because these are the two dogs. Oh, this looks identical to my son's dog, Ellie. She's a Brittany Springer Spaniel, and she's black and white. I saw that and I thought, oh my God, is that Ellie? And they do have another puppy. Well, it's not a puppy. She's 6 or 5 or something. And she's a coonhound, and she's the same color as my Toby. So I'm going to change the colors on her to make her beige and brown. And there's where I am. I couldn't remember which side was which. So I started in the middle. Oh, excuse me. Started in the middle and worked over to the door frame. So you can see the door frame there, this bit here. And then what I did was I went all the way up so I could see from the top, because I actually prefer to work from the top corner down like that, and then the bottom. But I had to get up there, and all of these stitches are all half cross stitches. There's not any full stitch until the middle part where the dogs are, and the dogs are a full stitch. But isn't that super cool? And in a lot of these cases, it's a light gray and then a darker gray, and then here it's both of them combined. And in fact, this one has 3 strands, and these are all 2 strands. So it's very interesting. I've never stitched anything that used the number of strands and color matching to get a different texture. So anyway, I really like it. I think it looks cool. So I did all the darker color in here last night. That's what I worked on watching telly. And tonight I will be working on the snow globe. Wednesday nights, I work on Song of Christmas. Thursday night, I knit. Friday night is Fall on the Farm, and I'm about to start a new square. Saturday night, I knit. And Sunday night is the jungle birth announcement for Tristan. So that's how I do my cross stitch. How do you do yours? Do you pick certain nights or certain projects? Are you a monogamous stitcher? I used to be. Not anymore. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will be back on Friday for some quilty fun. So I'll see you then.